Hello, learner. I am so happy to see you. You are welcome to Apex Emerald Video CD, designed to improve your speaking ability to meet up with international standard. This is a practical CD that you shouldn't just see, but ensure you practice continuously. This is where you get to be trained on pronunciation, grammar, and intonation. Would also like to urge you to place your orders for our Speak Right workbooks that will give you a practical approach on how to improve your speaking ability, as well as our audio CDs on reading, which will help you have a good reading ability. Would you want to reach us? Please feel free to call these numbers 0903 072 5680 or 0903 860 3377. Would like to hear from you. Now, to the lesson for the day. Have fun and be sure to practice.
Hello friend, I'm so happy to be with you today. I would like to use this opportunity to welcome you to this video series put together by Apex Emerald Educational Institute. I'm your teacher, Glory, and I would like to let you know that this video series is designed to help you get the best of your speaking ability. Today, we're going to learn about the vowel number 10 and 11. The vowels number 10 and 11. The vowel number 10 is pronounced as a. For you to get that sound, you just have to smile a little. Okay, so I want you to smile now and say a. While the vowel number 11 is pronounced as We're going to take the vowels one at a time because we also have spelling variants. Let's start with the vowel number 10. Let's go. A. I want you to repeat after me. Say a. Great. For this sound, we have different spelling variants. We have letter U saying a. We have letter O saying a. We have letter U saying a as in up. Can you say it with me? Say up. We have cup. We have umbrella. We also have letter O saying a as in love. Say love. We have come. We have money. Take note, the U is making the sound a and not o. So for you to get it, just give a little smile so you can go saying a. While the other sound is the sound, that's the vowel number 11, is the sound For this sound, we have different spelling variants. We have IR making the sound We have ER making the sound We have UR making the sound We have EAR making the sound and we have OUR making the sound We're going to take it one at a time, and I want you to repeat after me. Let's start with IR saying Let's go. We have bird. Say bird. We have girl. We have first. We have UR also making the sound as in burn. turn, turn. Can you try the next word? If you say purse, you're right. So we have purse, purse. We also have EAR, making the sound as in learn, learn. We are all learning, right? Are you learning? Good. So you're learning, you're not learning. So we have learn. We have pearl, pearl. We have earn, earn. We also have OUR, making the sound I want you to look at the screen and try pronounce that word. Did you say journey? Excellent. So it is pronounced journey, journey. Okay, that's the spelling variant for the sound Remember, the sound is a long sound because we have the length mark, while the sound a is a short sound because there is no length mark. Now we're going to take some sentences using the sound a. I would like you to repeat after me. Bees make honey. Bees make honey. My uncle is fat. The color of blood is red. I would also like you to look at the screen and read out the A sound. Let's take it together. I love my mother. I love my mother. Bring the cup here. Bring the cup here. Can I have the money? Can I have the money? Great. Now we're also going to make sentences using the sound The pig is dirty. The pig is dirty. My birthday is on October. My birthday is on October. The term has ended. The term has ended. Get me the purse, said my mother. Get me the purse, said my mother. I want you to practice using the sound. That's the A sound, the vowel number 10 and the vowel number 11 when speaking, for you to pronounce your words with that sound correctly. I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep practicing.
Hello, my beautiful learner. How are you doing today? I hope you're of good health and are ready to learn. I'm happy to meet with you today, and my name is Godswill, and I will be taking you through a very interesting lesson today. As a matter of fact, today I'm going to be teaching you a tip you can use to communicate in a way that you will be widely accepted wherever you go to. You see, it is good to know what to say, but it is better to be able to put it the right way, in a way that whoever it is that hears you can easily accept whatever it is you are saying. And so intonation is something that you can always have going for you wherever it is you go to. So today we're going to be learning about that. But remember the last time we learned about our vowels number 10 and vowel number 11. And then we looked at how we can go about pronouncing words with vowel number 10 and vowel number 11 correctly. Now let's have a look at this word. We have CHURCH, where we go to on Sunday. How would you pronounce that word? Would you say church? Oh, you wouldn't say church. Then definitely you must say church. You wouldn't say that. So what would you say then? Oh, did you say church? Okay, that's totally correct. Give yourself a round of applause. You're doing really good. Okay, all right. Now today we're going to be learning about intonation. Can we try to say that together? I can't hear you. Very good. We're going to be learning about intonation. Now, intonation is an important lesson that we all have to learn because it says a lot about our speaking ability. Now, you see, one major reason why Mr. Gospel can speak the way he does and he sounds better than most people you have around you is simply because Mr. Gospel knows about his intonation and he tries to use them all the time. You see, many people are not educated on intonation and as a result know how to use it appropriately. So today we're going to be learning about that. We're going to be learning how to use the right intonation in a way that will widely accepted wherever it is we go to, because intonation is one thing you want to have going for you to help you get the best out of your speaking ability. Now, what is intonation? Intonation is actually a musical word, and it is simply defined as the rise and fall of the tone of the voice when speaking. You see, whenever you're speaking, sometimes your voice goes up and it goes down, and you might say, my voice doesn't really go up and down. Well, you might not see it, but then it has to do with the pitch of your voice. Okay, the pitch of your voice goes up and down. As a matter of fact, the pitch of my voice right now is going up and down because of the way I'm talking to you. Okay, so if this happens to everyone as well, not just me. And so intonation is something that we all practice with, we all use while we're communicating amongst ourselves. So today I would like us to develop a good intonation because, as I said earlier, it's okay to know what to say, but it's better to know how to go about saying it in a way that it is accepted. Now, just as I've told you earlier, intonation is the rise and fall of the tone when speaking. Now, we have two major types of intonation. We have the rising intonation and then the falling intonation. Now, let's talk about the rising intonation. You see, the rising intonation is that intonation that goes along with the high pitch. Okay, so we keep going, yeah, that's intonation. That is the rising intonation. Now, we have instances where we get to use the rising intonation. The first is when you're asking a yes or no question. Can we say that together? Okay. I hope you're saying yes or no questions. Okay. Now, some of you might say, what are yes or no questions? Well, yes or no questions are those questions that when you're being asked, you answer either yes or no. Okay. For example, let's say I have a question like the one we have beneath, we have at the screen here. The question that says, can I come with you to the bank? Now, looking at this question, this is a question that most people would ask wrongly. As a matter of fact, most average Nigerians would ask this question wrongly. But then, if you know how to use the rising tone, you know that there's a pattern we use in asking our question, which is to use the high pitch at the beginning of the question and at the last word of the question. So you go, can I come with you to the bank? Can I hear you try that? One more time. Amazing. I really hope you're getting it and you're following exactly the pattern I'm teaching you. Okay, now let me give you another example of a yes or no question. Like if I should say, will you play with the girl? Will you play with the girl? Now that is another yes or no question. Can I hear you try? Okay. Now let me give you another example. Like when you say, have you had breakfast this morning? Can I hear you say that? Amazing. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, it is my belief that you're having fun with this lesson. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to stick to this pattern and always ask your yes and no questions this way. Do you understand me? Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write a question. I'm not going to read the question. I would like you to practice to just try to read it, and then I'll read when you're done. Okay, now here's the question. Did you see that? How did you read that? Okay, if you said, is she your sister? Then it means you said the right thing and it's commendable. Okay, now as I've said, we've talked about our yes and no question and the fact that we're going to be using the rising tone for our yes and no questions. Now, apart from your yes and no question, also when you're listing items, you have to use the rising tone as well. Okay, because when you're listing items, it simply means you're mentioning lots of things, and when you're mentioning lots of things, you have to use the rising tone. Like if I should say, this morning I would love to eat rice, beans, plantain, spaghetti, and yam. Okay, now while I kept mentioning those things, I kept using the rising tone. Or if I should say, my best colors are white, pink, black, blue, yellow, and green. Now I didn't say black, pink, yellow, green. No, I kept using the rising tone for it. Or if I should say, my best friends are Emmanuel, Timothy, Sylvester, and James. Did you see that? Now that is how you go about using the rising tone when you're mentioning things in a list. Now I know you've not been practicing with this before now, so what I want you to do is to start paying attention to when you're listing things and try to use this intonation for it. Okay, trust me, it's going to be so much fun for you. Now let's go to incomplete sentences. That is another instance where we get to use the rising tone. Now when we're talking about incomplete sentences, we're simply talking about the phrases in English. These are those sentences that are not complete. We need you to add some more words to them to make them complete. Okay, now usually these incomplete sentences can't stand on their own because they're not complete. And then we have them beginning sentences like by, when, on, under, as, in, for, and so on and so forth. So when you have any sentence beginning with any of these words that I mentioned earlier, then you want to make sure that you use the rising tone for it, because you can be rest assured to have an incomplete sentence in it. Okay, now let's have some examples from the listed words I've mentioned. Let's try to use the word if in an incomplete sentence. Like if I should say, if I could see her, if I could see her. I didn't say if I could see her. No, I said if I could see her. Can you say that? Beautiful. So then when you start off with this tone, you can easily complete it. Like when you say, if I could see her, I'll play with her. Or you can say, when I get to school on Monday. Can you see that? Let me hear you try. Good. Can you try to complete that sentence? When I get to school on Monday. Okay, I want to believe you ended it well using the falling tone. Now let me give you another example. Like if I should have an incomplete sentence like, by the time I tried it. Can you say that? Yes, the incomplete sentence there is, by the time I tried it. So can you see that your incomplete sentences actually need a rising tone? Yes, they do. And so you want to practice with this so that you can actually get the best out of your speaking ability by using this. Now let's leave our rising tone and let's go over to the falling tone. Now we have just one instance where we get to use the falling tone, which is when you're asking a WH question. WH questions are those questions that begins with WH or HW. Okay. Now, whenever you want to ask these kind of question, you rise at the second word after the WH. Like when you have a question like, looking at the screen you have here, we have a question like, who are you? Can you say that? Now, if you notice the way I ask the WH question, I use the rising tone after the who because that's the second word after the WH. So you use a high pitch there. So you go, who are you? Can you say that? Good. Also, when you have another WH question like, what is your name? Can you try? Okay. Also, when you have a WH question like, how old are you? Oh, very good. You're doing very well. Also, when you have a WH question like, what is your name? Super, amazing. I'm really hoping